Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. This your baby brother, YAHAWASHI, coming at you with a real quick one. Well, it's going to be quick, quicker than usual. Just to hit this again. Just another one, just to proclaim the truth of YAHAWASHI. Because these heathens always want to say, oh, yeah, they go to Revelation like you know us, you dirty ass dogs. They always want to sit back and say, oh, they're going to go here. They're going to go to Revelations 1 and 14. That's how they prove that. Man, you dumbass heathens need to sit in y'all goddamn place and get ready to go into captivity. But before I fully start, let me start off by saying, all praise be to the Most High Yahweh. In the name of His only begotten Son, our big brother, the Israelites' big brother, YAHAWASHI Mashiach. Kahalam La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi Ba'ashem Rakakadash. And double honors to the big brother and the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Shalom Ba'yata Dawada. And to the Hakim and Akwatim that's out there repenting. Shalom to you, Mashbaka. Shalom. Now let's get straight into it. Now, first, let's listen what this Brakata Yahawashi. Let's listen to Slakia. Let's listen to this heathen and see what he gonna say. Then I'm gonna stop it and we're gonna get into some scriptures and we're gonna end it off. Let's get into it.
You can see smelted brass is not black. It's a molten yellowish orange color. So Revelation chapter 1 verse 15 is not very good evidence in support of Jesus' skin color being black. As a matter of fact, Revelation chapter 1 verse 15 has nothing to do with Jesus' skin color. It's symbolic, meaning that he lived a sinless life. RevelationNow.net used a YouTube video of a couple of guys setting a rifle shell casing on fire with flammable chemicals using a blowtorch. As you can see, the shell casing turned black. This is probably just residue from chemicals being burned and the flame of the fire. Saying that it's completely impossible that Jesus was a black man, just highly unlikely. I'm not saying that it's completely impossible that Jesus was a black man, just highly unlikely. No, I'm not saying that it's completely impossible that Jesus was a black man, just highly unlikely.
Now, did you hear what the damn devil said? Well, let's find out. You pasty ass, stanky, dog ass cracker. You stanky ass devil dog Edomite. Let's find out. Motherfuckers, they always opening and running their goddamn mouth. And just instead of being honest and just saying, you know what? I hate you motherfuckers. I hate y'all people. I hate y'all. And hey, and then we can look right back at your ass with a smile and say, you know what? I'm glad you was honest. I hate your motherfucking ass too. You damn devil. Just tell the truth. But let's get into these things. Let's get into these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scriptures, man. Let's get into them. Let's get into them. It's just a quick hit. Let's get into these beautiful scriptures. Just a quick hit. Because you heard what that dog said. He said, it's just highly unlikely. Well, let's see if it's highly unlikely. You stanky dog. Let's get into these things. The first scripture I'm going to open up with is Hebrews. Hebrews. Let me see. Should we go straight to the point? Let's see. Yeah, we can go straight to the point. Yep, we can go straight to the point. Bear with me while I punch it up. Hebrews 2. And we're going to go down to 16. And we're going to read verse 16 and verse 17. Hebrews 2 and verse 16 and 17. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Who was the seed of Abraham? I'm going to read it again. We're gonna grab a quick precept, and then we're going to come back here. But what did he say? Let's read it again. Hebrews 2 and verse 16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Let's go get that quick precept right quick, and then we go come back here. You know, it just clicked into my head, so I got to pull it out. Let's go grab it. Isaiah. That's 41 and 8. Con. Isaiah 41 and verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. So what does it say? He took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. So what did he take on him? The seed of Abraham. Who was the seed of Abraham? Israelites. Let's go back to Hebrews 2 and 16. And let's read it again. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Who was the seed of Abraham? Israelites. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. Who was his brethren? It just told you. Israelites. That he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to Yahweh, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. What people? Israelites. But the point I'm getting into is here. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. What did it say in Hebrews 7 and 14? What did it say? For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. So who is his brethren? Judites, Benjamites, Levites, and so on and so forth. All the tribes, all the 12 tribes is Mashiach's brethren. So what did it say? Let's go back there. Read it again. Because you can't tap the nail, you got to beat the nail in. What does it say? Hebrews 2 verse 16 to 17. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. So Mashiach YAHAWASHI was made like unto his brethren. Who was his brethren? Israelites. Let's go grab a quick one right quick. Let's go to, let's see, James. Let's go there. James 1 and 1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings. What James saying too? My brethren. So who is James' brethren? Israelites. Who is Mashiach's brethren? Israelites. Period. Let's go to Matthew 13 and 55. 13 and 55. What it say? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And his brethren, James and Hoseas and Simon and Judah? And where you get that Judah at? Let's go to the book of Jude. And that's where you get that Judah from. What it says, Jude, the servant of YAHAWASHI Mashiach, and brother of James, to them that are sanctified by Yahweh the Father, and preserved in Mashiach YAHAWASHI, and called. So these are the brethren of YAHAWASHI Mashiach. And it says what? It behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. Now, let's go to Acts 13 and 1. Just a quick hit, Yasharala. Just a quick hit. Acts 13 and verse 1. It says what? Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Nigger. But not just Barnabas was called that, and not just Simeon, because these heathens are trying to say, oh, Simeon was called that. No, motherfucker, you dirty, stinky dog lying heathens. All of these Israelites that was called that, they was called nigger. Meaning Paul was called a nigger, Lucius was called a nigger, Simeon was called a nigger, Manian was called a nigger, and Barnabas was called a nigger. Period. You stinky ass dogs, y'all always try to use our Father's word that was given to us and only us deceitfully. No, we ain't taking out nothing or adding nothing to this truth. We go bring it out as it is written. Let's go to that word. Let's read it again before I do it. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene and Manian, which he had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. So we already know what tribe Paul. When we said Mashiach was to be made like unto his brethren. We already know Paul. You already know he's his brother. What Paul was from? Tribe of Benjamin. Let's prove it real quick and come back to Acts 13. Romans 11 and verse 1. It says, I say then, had Yahweh cast away his people, Yahweh forbid, for I also am an Israelite. What? For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham. So what did he say? It behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. What didn't it say? He came out of the seed, be made like unto the seed of Abraham. So who is his brother? An Israelite. So what did it say? I say then, had Yahweh cast away his people, Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So Paul is one of his brethren. Let's go back to Acts 13. What did it say? It says what? Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas. What tribe was Barnabas from? We already got Paul's tribe. What tribe was Barnabas from? Let's go grab it real quick. Acts 4 and verse 36, if I'm correct, Slakia. Con. Acts 4 and verse 36. And Hoseas, or Joseph, and Hoseas, or whatever they want to say it, who by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas, which is being interpreted the son of consolation, a Levite, and of the country of Cyprus. So what did they call Barnabas? What did they call Paul? What did they call Manian? What did they call Lucius? And what did they call Simeon? They called them nigger. Let's go back to that Acts 13 and get that nigger. Let's pull it up now. Then we go somewhere to another Levite to prove this point. Almost done. Just a quick hit, Yasharala. Nigger. Let's punch it up. What it say?
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
You heard it? Nigger. What does it say? Nigger equals black. But then you'll come down and see to say where it says surname of the prophet Simeon. Because why? Simeon was called nigger. Barnabas was called nigger. Lucius and Manian was called nigger. And Paul was called a nigger. Why? Because they're Israelites. And Israelites was what? You see what it say? Equals what? It says black. But this just meaning a dark melanated people. That's all it means. See, these people hate the truth because the truth ain't got nothing to do with their devil lying asses. That's why. Now let's go back. Let's go to another one. Let's go to another Levite to prove the point that how Barnabas looked. What did it say that Barnabas looked like here? Black. Now let's go here and prove this. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Let's go to another Levite. Let's go to another Levite. 1 Corinthians. Slakia. 1 Chronicles. Slakia. 1 Chronicles 6 and verse 4. Now, let's go to these. Let's read this start. We'll start at 1. The point is 4. Because it was beautiful when I brought this out. The water. YAHAWASHI. And what did he say? 1 Chronicles 6. And we're going to start at 1 Chronicles 6 and 1. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, Ishar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. And the children of Amram, Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam. You already know what they look like. They ain't look like no pasty fucking devil dog dogs. I bet you that shit. The sons also of Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar begat Phinehas. Phinehas begat Abishua. Now, let's get this. Phinehas, a Levite, right? Let's get it. And I'm going to end it off here. Well, I might play that video again and then and just let it end off. Let's go here. And what that say? Payan Kash. Let's go down. And what it says for Payan Kash, it says what? Phinehas, mouth of brass. Right? We ain't got to read the rest because you can go there and get it yourself. But we finna go straight to the point. Let's push this up. It says Phinehas, mouth of brass. Let's punch this up. And remember, it says what? It behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. See, the heathens is some dumb dogs. You hate the truth. Hey, and the truth hates you. Slakia. Let me find this right quick. Let's see. Is that it right here? I think that's it. Come on down. I think that's it. Come on, where the fuck you at? Nope, not this one, the one. Nope, this wasn't the one. Let's go back. Bear with me, Yasharala. Because it said Phinehas, the mouth of brass. So let's punch it up. Right here. It says what? Implying, in reply to mouth of brass, brass mouth or mouth of brass, posted by the Slander August 2000, it says, as a writer, I was curious as to the meaning of the name Phinehas, which is mouth of brass. What exactly does that mean? Here is a copy, paste from Easton's 1897 Bible Dictionary. Phinehas, mouth of brass, right? Phinehas, mouth of brass, or from old Egypt, the Negro. So let's punch it up. It says the Negro, right? And this is pertaining to who? Phineas, right? A Levite, right? But it says Mashiach, it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. Now let's find out. It said it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, right? And motherfucking people, man, they hate us. And you motherfuckers need to understand that. They hate us. And what it says, Negro. Come on down. What does it say? It behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. Now who is this right here? This ain't Mashiach, but it was one of our people that was where? Over there in Europe. You can tell by the garb he got on. And what does it say? In the English language, Negro is a term historically used to denote persons considering of the black African heritage. Nah, we ain't no damn Africans. A Hebrew Israelite heritage. The term can be constructed as offensive, inoffensive, or completely neutral, largely depending on the region or country where it is used. It has various equivalents in other languages of Europe. And what it says, the more offensive and related term, nigger, came from the Portuguese and Spanish. Negro meaning what? Negro meaning what? Negro meaning what? Black, before the term became directly used in the English language as a respectful alternative. But what it says Negro meaning what? Black meaning dark melanated people, or rather melanated people. But we variegated from dark brown, like this brother, to the lighter brown. But it's the same as what? As what it said in Acts 13:1. So these people are some demons, man. It says what pertains to Mashiach? It behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. What is the complexion of Mashiach? What is his complexion of his brethren? Dark brown, melanated, and this was the complexion of Mashiach right here. This was the complexion of Mashiach right here. So ain't nobody trying to hear these devils. These devils some liars, and they hate the truth, and the truth hate them. Let's hear it again, Yasharala, but I'm gonna end it off here. Shalom, Yasharala. Let's hear him open his mouth and say some stupid ass shit again when it's already proven. Shalom.
It is completely impossible that Jesus was a black man, just highly unlikely. I'm not saying that it's completely impossible that Jesus was a black man, just highly unlikely.